I'm going to explain the Premiere Pro to SpeedGrade and SpeedGrade to Premiere Pro workflow. This workflow, which Adobe updated in late 2013, is a huge development. What it allows you to do is take any sequence inside Premiere Pro and open that sequence up inside SpeedGrade. You can make changes to it and then save it, and you're saving a Premiere Pro project. You're not saving a SpeedGrade project. You're saving the original Premiere Pro project, or you can save it under a different name. Then you can go back to Premiere Pro and open up that project, and all those changes you made inside SpeedGrade show up inside Premiere Pro. And if you want to change them again, just hop back to SpeedGrade, make your changes, and then hop back to Premiere Pro. It's a great workflow. You can go from Premiere Pro to SpeedGrade, or you can open up a Premiere Pro sequence within SpeedGrade. I'm going to show you both workflows. We'll start with the Premiere Pro to SpeedGrade workflow. To do that, let's go to Working Files, go to Premiere Pro Projects, and go on down to SpeedGrade Workflow. I have a number of clips here, all with tonality or color problems. We're going to work on a couple of them. What I've done here to prepare the sequence to work inside SpeedGrade is that I've added adjustment layers above every clip. That gives you some more latitude when you work inside SpeedGrade. When you work with a Premiere Pro sequence in SpeedGrade, you can't add what are called grading layers or grading clips. You can't change the Premiere Pro sequence inside SpeedGrade. So it's a good idea to give yourself a little bit more flexibility by adding adjustment layers that work as what are called grading clips inside SpeedGrade. So I've done that across the board here. I have not added any effects to any of these adjustment layers or these clips. I could, and those effects would show up inside SpeedGrade, but I'm not doing that in this particular case. So now I want to open up the sequence inside SpeedGrade. Now notice that the sequence is currently not active. There's no yellow border around it. So you need to make the sequence active to be able to open it up inside SpeedGrade. I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to go to File, and then the direct link to SpeedGrade is going to be grayed out. So I'm going to make the sequence active by clicking on it, going back over here, File. And when I click on this, it's going to ask me to save this project before I can go to SpeedGrade. I'll click on this and say no, nothing will happen. You have to save it to go to SpeedGrade. So I'm going to go back here, File, Direct Link, and click on Yes. And in this case, it's okay to click Yes because we haven't changed this. The Premiere Pro splash screen shows up for a moment to show you that Premiere Pro is kind of on hold while you work on the sequence inside SpeedGrade. It's a good idea to not have your sequence open in both programs at once, but you can do that. You can have the project or the sequence open in both SpeedGrade and Premiere Pro at the same time. Let's take a look at the workspace for just a moment. You'll see there's a Color tab, but the Media tab is grayed out and the Result tab is grayed out, and the Render tab doesn't really work. If you click on it, you get a message saying that if you want to render this sequence, you need to go back to Premiere Pro. So I'll click on No here. If you take a look at the timeline, you see there are no controls for video or audio. It's just video. You can't turn it on or off, and there is no audio when you work with a Premiere Pro sequence. Off to the right here, there are a couple of buttons. If you click on X, that shuts down the sequence. If you click on this, you can choose a different sequence from the same project. If you look a little bit farther down, you'll see only the Look tab is available. Timeline, Clip, and the rest of these guys are not available. Only Look will be available when you've got a Premiere Pro sequence open inside SpeedGrade. I want to apply some changes to the adjustment layer above this Coast clip. So I click on the adjustment layer to make it active. What that means is any changes we do down here will be applied to the currently active clip. I want to view my changes here inside the waveform monitor. You may see 4 scopes there. That's because I've changed this drop-down list from 4 to 1. To get the waveform monitor to display, just right-click here and then say Waveform. Now I want to brighten this thing up a bit by lifting up the blacks first of all. So I do that down here. Let me move this over a bit so you can see it better, like so. Lift this up like this. We're going to work inside the overall section here, the master control. The left-hand wheel is called offset, which is the same as working with shadows or blacks. The middle one's called gamma, which is the same as midtones. The right one's called gain, which is the same as working with the highlights. So the first order of business would normally be to lift up the blacks. So go on down here and grab this little triangle there and drag it to the right to lift those guys up. And notice that the scale of the scope moves along with the trace. That's a characteristic of the scope here inside SpeedGrade. Now I want to lift up the highlights, so I go over here to Gain. I pull them to the right, lift them up. I get the highlights just a touch 100, and notice that the scale comes down to accommodate this. And now maybe I'll affect the overall brightness by moving the gamma to the right a bit, lift it up just a touch, make it brighter. And we have now fixed this clip. So what I want to do now is save this project with this sequence inside it. Now you notice it doesn't say the project name up here, but it does say it down here. It says it's called the SpeedGrade Workflow Project. I want to save it under a different name though. I don't want to save it under the original name because that means that your original file's been changed. So we'll do a Save As here. The Save As button is this guy here with the 3 dots underneath it. Click on that. And let's save this to our exercise files folder. So let's go up here a bit to the desktop. I created a My Color Correction Exercise Files folder. I presume that you did as well, so I'm going to double click on that to select that folder. I'm going to call this the SpeedGrade Workflow. I'm going to say Updated just to make sure we know it's different. Click Save. So now we've saved this under a different name. And now I want to close down SpeedGrade and open up that project inside Premiere Pro. So I close this down. I'm going to open it up via the splash screen. I'm not going to use this one because that's the old one that we didn't change. To track down the changed one, we click on Open Project. We go to the My Color Correction Exercise Files folder, or whatever you named your temporary folder. And there is the project. Double click on that. That opens it up. And if you take a look at the adjustment layer, you see this little purple FX icon there. That means you've added an effect to the adjustment layer. Click on that. And the effect is called Lumetri. Now remember, the Lumetri effect is under Effects, Video Effects, Color Correction, and there's the Lumetri effect. The Lumetri effect is essentially a connection between Premiere Pro and a lookup table or a look that you've got stored on your hard drive, or in this case, now stored within the project that you created inside SpeedGrade. So if I go back to Effect Controls, if I click on this little button here, it's just going to say, go find another look or a lookup table. We don't want to do that. This is a Lumetri effect that we made inside SpeedGrade. So now we're back here, and you can see that the work we did inside SpeedGrade shows up right away here inside Premiere Pro, which is a really slick workflow. All right, I'm going to close down Premiere Pro now. I'm going to go back to SpeedGrade by double-clicking on the icon there. And now I'm going to open up a Premiere Pro sequence. I do that from the splash screen here or from within SpeedGrade. And notice you can open up Premiere Pro projects or SpeedGrade projects. In this case, I want to open up the SpeedGrade Workflow Updated. That's the one we stored away a second ago. Now that file might not be in the recent project list that you're looking at. If that's the case, go on down to the Open Project link there and click on that and track down that file. In my case, I'm going to click on that link at the top of the list. Which sequence do you want to select? Well, there's only one sequence, so we click Open. And this is the sequence we worked on a while ago, where we changed the adjustment layer. Take the playhead and move it to this clip over here. This is the building we wanted to fix. I want to change its color now, so I'm going to select its adjustment layer to make it active. And I want to work on that area there, and I know that that is a highlight. What's cool about SpeedGrade is that you can work on a region within a region. So I'm going to go over here a bit, open this up and click on Highlights. Within the Highlights section, we've got three options. Again, it's the same thing as before. We have Offset, Gamma, and Gain. But Offset basically is the darker end of the highlights, and Gain is the brighter end of the highlights. And I know this falls into the darker end of the highlights. So I want to change the color here. So I'm going to go down here, light that up, click on that little center icon there, that little plus, start dragging that toward orange. I want to make it go faster, so I hold on the Shift key, move it toward orange, and notice that the building is changing, not much else. That's because the building is kind of in the darker end of the highlights. Pretty cool, huh? There, we've done that now. I've made these changes, and I'm going to save the project by going to the Save button, not the Save As, but the Save, because this is the project we saved in the Scratch folder. Click Save. We can close SpeedGrade down now. I can go back to Premiere Pro by going to this folder, double-clicking on this project. And let's take a look at that work we just did by going to that clip, clicking on the adjustment layer there. And there's the Lumetri effect that we just added to that adjustment layer. It's a Lumetri effect, but it's a different look. It's a look that we created inside SpeedGrade for this particular Lumetri effect applied to this particular clip. And so that is the Premiere Pro to SpeedGrade and SpeedGrade back to Premiere Pro workflow. It's a tremendously important development that you can now take a Premiere Pro sequence, open it up inside SpeedGrade, make changes to those clips, save that project, go back to Premiere Pro and see those changes show up inside the sequence there.